I welcome you to the Messiah Revelation channel. We are an end time prophetic channel. I thank the members. The Antichrist has been revealed, and the Antichrist of the book of Revelation is Barack Hussein Obama. That is our preliminary revelation. Today, our message is dedicated to the Hebrew Israelites. The message is about attempts to deceive, to harass, intimidate, and destroy the Hebrew Israelites. And the message is divided into two parts. In part one, I'm going to look at the strategy that is used to destroy the Hebrew Israelites, and that is attacking the messengers. In part two, we'll be looking at attacking the message. So there are two-part strategy: destroying the messengers and also destroying the message itself. And in this video, we are focusing on destroying the messengers, the messengers who are awakening the children of God who are scattered all over the world, aka the Hebrew Israelites, aka the Negroes who are scattered over the world, the outcasts of Israel, and the dispersed of Judah. And I'm doing this video in response to a video that I watched, and the video I watched was produced by a pastor, J.D. Farag. I believe he lives in Hawaii. Originally, he's from Lebanon. He's an Arab, but he's a Christian. He's a pastor. And I watch his videos. And one thing about me is that I like watching and pastors preaching. That doesn't mean that I believe in all that they say. And I believe some of you who are watching Messiah Revelation Ministry, you may not believe in everything that is said, and that is fine. And somebody made a presentation on the channel, J.D. Farag's channel, and the message was about the Hebrew Israelites, and he was destroying the Hebrew Israelites. So I want to focus on that as a way of awakening the Hebrew Israelites so that you know where the attack is coming from and why they are doing that, and how you still have confidence that yes, you are the Hebrew Israelites scattered over the world, and prophecy is with you. You are sitting on a very big prophecy. Your redemption is coming, so don't lose hope. Okay, so let's go to the video. I will leave a link of that video in the description box, and the video from the channel J.D. Farag, an Arab American. He lives in Hawaii. He didn't make the video himself, but another pastor, I believe he's a member of the church, he made a video condemning the Hebrew Israelites. And I'm looking at how he attempted to destroy the Hebrew Israelites. And he focused on the head. And when you are destroying the flock, you focus on the head. So he focused on William Sanders Crowdy. William Sanders Crowdy, a prophet. He is the progenitor, he is the foundation of the Hebrew Israelites movement. And when we say the Hebrew Israelites movement, we are talking about a movement awakening the Hebrews who are scattered over the world. And the Hebrews are the Negroes who were shipped into all the four corners of the earth. And the first person to awaken the Hebrews that they are actually Hebrews, they are not Negroes. That person was William Sanders Crowdy, and he formed a church, the Church of God and Saints of Christ, Church of God and Saints of Christ. So it's very, very encouraging that you are a Negro. Your ancestors were shipped into America, but you never forgot your God, and so you establish a church of Christ, a church of God and saints of Christ, and the church was established in 1896. And so the person who made the presentation said that William Crowdy had or claimed to have revelations or visions. Crowdy had visions that the Hebrews are actually the slaves who were shipped to America. He had a vision. And the presenter from J.D. Farag said that in the same way that Joseph Smith claimed he had visions about God, William Crowdy also said he had visions. So he's putting Crowdy and Joseph Smith on the same level. Joseph Smith is a liar, and arguably then William Sanders Crowdy was also a liar. He never saw any visions at all. And so you see the strategy. To attack the Hebrew Israelites movement, you have to attack the progenitor, the forerunner, the Messiah, the initiator, the visionary, the one who claimed he saw a vision. You need to destroy him, and you have to put him on the same level as Joseph Smith, who was the founder of the Mormon church, who claimed to have seen visions from God. So that is one way of destroying the black Hebrew Israelites, attacking William Sanders Crowdy, who originated the idea and who founded the Church of God and Saints of Christ in 1896. It's very, very commendable that somebody will be able to found a church proclaiming God and Christ in America, a land of bondage. 1896 is historic. For the young ones, I want to take you into 1896 in Black history, in Negro history. 1896 historic because it was the year when the Supreme Court um, decided a case, Plessy versus Ferguson. And that case is a landmark case that laid the foundation for the racist doctrine of separate but equal, and it resulted in Jim Crow laws being passed in America. It resulted in segregation in public accommodations over the United States. And this racist law continued to guide the racist American court for 60 years until it was reversed in a landmark case in 1954, Board of Education, the case Brown versus Board of Education, and that was decided in 1954. The leading lawyer on the case being a Negro, Thurgood Marshall. And so that is 1896 for you, the year when the Church of God and the Saints of Christ was established by William Sanders Crowdy. The same year, was the year when the Supreme Court ruled that there should be segregation accommodation, and that segregation did not violate the Constitution of the United States. Uh, Imagine yourself living in America in 1896, where the Supreme Court says black and white cannot go into the same institutions. And so it reflected the demographics of the church. And there were some pastors, black pastors, who founded churches. And F.S. Cherry is one of them. And he also founded a church, synagogues. They believe that they are Hebrews, or Jews, if you will. They founded churches, and they did not allow white people to go into those churches because they associated um, the 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 prophecy in Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, with the synagogue of Satan. And they believe that the synagogue of Satan reflect those who claim they are Jews, but actually they are not. They are of the synagogue of Satan. And so the black churches, some of them did not allow white people to go in the same way that the white churches mostly did not allow black people to enter those churches. So, going back to our discussion, destroying the messengers. This is how Pastor J.D. Farag channel attempted to destroy William Sanders Crowdy. The vision that he saw about God telling him that the Negroes are actually the chosen of God is fake, and we should take it with contempt, in the same way that we should take the visions of Joseph Smith, the founder of the Church of Mormon, with contempt. So destroying Sanders Crowdy means you associate him with a fake prophet like Joseph Smith. You give him a name and you destroy him because of the name you gave him. The video also went on and said that the African Americans, of course, William Sanders Crowdy, they did not have any identity, no social identity, no cultural identity, no nationality. They didn't know where they come from. And so they had to use the Bible to form an identity. And how did they do that? They look at the story of the Jews in Old Testament, what they went through bondage in Egypt, and how they were liberated by God. And so, according to this story, according to this propaganda, according to this fake theology, William Sanders Crowdy look at the Bible and try to use the Bible and compared the experience of the Negroes in racist, oppressive America with the experience of the Jews in Egypt. And that's how come William Sanders Crowdy had the audacity to say that the Negroes are Hebrews, and had the audacity to say that they are the chosen of God. And his conclusion is that black Hebrew Israelite idea originates from slavery. So if you watch the video that I link here, If that is fine, but if you don't watch it, the main idea propagated by J.D. Farag on his channel is that the Black Hebrew Israelites movement is fake, and it originated from William Sandy Crowdy, who is fake, didn't see any visions, or if he saw visions, it was a fake vision. And the idea of Hebrew Israelites being the chosen of God originated from slavery. And William Sanders Crowdy, who founded the Hebrew Israelite movement, was a slave. He was a slave. So that's the whole idea. So he's destroying the Hebrew Israelite movement by destroying the originator, the progenitor, the founder of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. In destroying the messenger, he also tried to distort the Bible, and he looks at Deuteronomy chapter 28. And for those who are troubled by the Hebrew Israelite movement, they are troubled by the scripture or the scriptures in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28 talks about the curses that will be imposed by God on the Hebrew Israelites as a result of disobedience. For you to claim that you are a chosen of God, you are the children of Jacob, you should be able to explain how you fit into Deuteronomy chapter 28. And those who claim they are Jews are not able to fit into Deuteronomy 28. And J.D. Farag and his channel tried to deceive the Hebrew Israelites by saying that they do not fit into Deuteronomy chapter 28. And in so doing, the pastor actually showed ignorance of the scriptures and also show his true colors. I'm not sure whether he has been paid or he was paid. I'm not sure whether he gets any contribution from any sources, but nowadays, pastors who deceive, they have some of them have monetary incentive to deceive. In law, we say they have pecuniary interest. They have pecuniary interest in deceit and deception. And the Messiah said in Matthew 24, verse 4, behold, don't let any man deceive you. So let's go back to J.D. Farag, the pastor, his channel, and how they are destroying the Black Hebrew Israelites movement. The pastor said that if you look at Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, where the Lord said that his children will be sent into Egypt again in ships, that Egypt is the old Egypt. It is not a new Egypt. It is not America. And so when blacks, Negroes were shipped into America, they were not shipped into Egypt. They were not shipped into a land of bondage. And then he goes on to say that Deuteronomy 28, verse 68 was fulfilled a long time ago. It was fulfilled before the emergence of the transatlantic slave trade. Deuteronomy 28:68 was fulfilled, according to this pastor, in 135 AD. And he says that when the Israelites left Egypt under Moses, they went back to Egypt again in ships in 135 AD. And he cited two sources. Two. And he said that in the Bible, when you have two witnesses, you are fine. And so this person, this pastor, speaking on J.D. Farag's channel, quoted two sources to support his false claim that the prophecy in Deuteronomy 28 verse 68 was fulfilled a long time ago in AD 135. And he also blasphemously said that all the curses in Deuteronomy 28, they were fulfilled before the emergence of the transatlantic slave trade. And this is false. It's false because the curses enumerated in Deuteronomy 28, the curses that will be imposed on the children of God, the curses are still going on. And I'm not sure whether J.D. Farag lives in Hawaii. He lives in Hawaii. Hawaii is part of the United States. Probably he doesn't know the condition of the Negroes. There are no Negroes in Hawaii, probably. And he is an Arab. He's from Lebanon. Even though he has lived in Hawaii, he's a citizen of America. By the way of statistics, Arab Americans constitute 1% of American population. By way of comparison, Indian Americans constitute 1% of American population. And by way of comparison, the Black Americans, the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes constitute around 13-14% of American population. And so I'm sure that J.D. Farag has seen a Negro before, and he has seen how a Negro is treated in America. And being Arab, he also is aware of how dark-skinned people, Africans, are maltreated in the Arab world. And being an Arab, he should also know the involvement of the Arabs in the slave trade. And I think that the pastor was very honest. And he was honest because in trying to destroy Hebrew Israelite movement, he said that slavery did not happen only in America. There were Arab slave trade. And he spent a lot also talking about Africans who enslaved Africans. And so if Africans enslaved Africans, the black Hebrews, Israelites in America, don't have anything to complain about because slavery resisted in Africa, and Africans enslaved their brothers and sisters. Okay, so you see the strategy. You try to spin things around, and you try to find excuses when you have a problem accepting the truth. The truth is that the Hebrew Israelites who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, including the United States, including Hawaii, where Pastor J.D. Farag has his church. These are the Hebrews who were scattered over the world in fulfillment of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. J.D. Farag, the pastor, is still in the business of destroying the Hebrew Israelite movement, and he allows his channel to be used as a proxy channel to destroy the Hebrew Israelites, as a proxy platform to destroy the Hebrew Israelites. And he goes on to say that the black Lives Matter Movement, BLM, is akin to the Ku Klux Klan. And so if you are attacking the black Hebrew Israelites, you have to attack the black race. And when you attack the black race, don't leave the Black Lives Matter movement. Don't leave it out, because the Black Lives Matter movement, to him and to those who um, deceive people with their false theology, the Black Lives movement is comparable to the Ku Klux Klan. And he tried to convince people, and he said that, yeah, if you look at history, somebody killed the mother of Reverend Martin Luther King. And the person who killed the mother of Reverend Martin Luther King was somebody who associated with the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. What's the conclusion? The conclusion is that the Black Hebrew Israelite movement is a violent movement akin to the Ku Klux Klan, akin to the Black Lives Matter movement, and is responsible for hate theology, and that resulted in the killing of the mother of Reverend Martin Luther King. And so I think he did a good job in actually providing evidence to support his arguments, and in so doing, destroying the leaders behind the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, William Sanders Crowdy. When did Sanders Crowdy talk about the Hebrew Israelites? When did he have his visions? And when did Martin Luther King die? And when did his mother die? And how do you say that whatever happened late after William Sanders Sanders Crowdy founded his church, you are discrediting him because of whatever happened later after he founded his movement, after he saw his visions? Destroy the awakening of the Hebrews. You have to start with destroying the messengers. And when we're talking about the messengers, we are not talking about William Sanders Crowdy alone. We're talking about those who have assumed the mantle to awaken the Hebrew Israelites who are scattered over the world. The pastor speaking from the pulpit of J.D. Farag mentioned Kanye West. You know Kanye West, you know who he is, and he believes that the blacks are the Hebrew Israelites, and he was attacked. And this is not the first time. This is not the first time Kanye West has been attacked for proclaiming that the Negroes are the Hebrews, the Hebrew Israelites. This is not the first time. And the pastor, J.D. Farag's channel, is not the first platform to destroy the messengers of the Black Hebrew Israelites movement. I watched another video by FAI Studios. FAI Studios is a channel proclaiming Israel, and of course they believe that when we talk about Israel, is the Israel of 1948. And he used an opportunity also to attack the Hebrew Israelites movement. And he talked about the rantings of Kanye West. I'm not an Englishman, so I don't know the meaning of ranting. I don't know what ranting Kanye West engage in. So FAI Studios also attacked the Hebrew Israelites awakening by attacking Kanye West. I'm not a supporter of Kanye West. Definitely, I'm also not a hater of Kanye West because he has not done anything wrong against me. I don't believe in all the things that he does. But when he says that the Negroes are the Hebrews, he is not a member of a cult. He's speaking the truth because the scattering of the Negroes in Babylon, America, is in fulfillment of prophecy. And me, I've had revelation about the gathering of the Hebrews from Babylon, United States. So it is biblical and I stand by it. And so if Kanye West or any other person is propagating the awakening of the Hebrew Israelites, they are not a member of a cult. It doesn't believe that I believe in everything that a Hebrew Israelite says. It doesn't mean I believe in every theology, every idea that the Hebrew Israelite preaches on the streets in Montana or in Montgomery or in Memphis. But the idea that the Hebrews are still scattered over the world and they were kidnapped and scattered to Babylon, America. They are still in captivity. I support that idea 101.001%. 101.001% because it has also been revealed to me in a vision. And so attacking the messengers, it has not stopped. This book, Hebrews to Negroes, Hebrews to Negroes, was written by an African American. He is a Hebrew Israelite. His name is Ronald Dalton. And the book can be found on Amazon, a 4-volume book. It is the most comprehensive research on the Hebrew Israelite teachings, awakening. And he is being attacked. And he's being attacked. His ideas are being suppressed, including the fact that a basketball player, Kyrie Irving, he just tweeted the links of the book and he was suspended. He was suspended. The messenger has to be destroyed in order to destroy the message. Ronald Dalton has to be destroyed, has to be humiliated, has to be frustrated because it is part one of a strategy to destroy the awakening of the Hebrew Israelite. No matter what they do, the awakening cannot be stopped. The awakening should not be stopped. It should not be stopped. It should not. It cannot be stopped. The Antichrist has been revealed. He is Barack Hussein Obama. And the spiritual warfare will continue. And Satan knows his time is short. His agents know that Satan's time is short. The time of their father is short. The agents of Lucifer, they know. And they know that the darkness will be exposed and is being exposed. False theologies will be exposed. And so they are worried. And they have to do all that they are doing to destroy the Hebrew awakening. The destroyer this time is a pastor, J.D. Farag. He didn't do it himself, but somebody else on his platform did it. Now, I have to be honest with you, it's not only white pastors who are destroying the messengers of the message. Black pastors are doing that. And I watched a video where a pastor from Atlanta Christian Church, and he's a Negro pastor, the black pastor, and he tried to destroy the messengers of Black Hebrew Awakening. And he said that they are influenced by Freemasonry. They are members of the Freemason. And he also said that Revelation 2.9, Revelation 3.9 applies to the Black Hebrew Israelites. In other words, the Black Hebrew Israelites who claim they are Jews, they are Black Jews, they are not Jews, they ain't no Jews, they are of the synagogue of Satan. And this ignorant pastor is citing Revelation 2 verse 9 and 3 verse 9. He's saying that that scripture where Jesus said there are people who say they are Jews, they are not, they are synagogue of Satan, it applies to the Black Hebrew Israelites because they ain't no Jews. They ain't no Jews. Oh man. We have a long way to go. And I don't want the video to be long, so I will leave here. And I'll continue in part 2 how the deceiving the Hebrew Israelites by destroying their messengers so that their message will be destroyed. This is part 1, destroying the messengers. So in part 2, we'll focus on destroying the message of the Hebrew Israelites. If you destroy the messengers, you also have to destroy the message. In some cases, some strategies are doing both. They are destroying the messengers, they are also destroying the message. Don't engage yourself in debates. The identity of the Antichrist, Barack Hussein Obama, has been revealed. There's a countdown to the day of the regathering of the Hebrews who are scattered over the world. Work for your salvation with fear and trembling. This is not the time for you to debate with people who are ignorant of the Bible, people who don't even know their own history, people who are doing the bidding of Satan by deceiving the flock of Elohim. Don't be part of them. Work for your salvation with fear and trembling. You need to awaken the Hebrew Israelites, but you have to be very careful. It is not every Hebrew Israelite who wants to be awakened, and some of them probably still want to be in bondage. They want to be in darkness. They don't want to come out. They don't want to come out of Babylon. But you know the time that you are in. You have to come out of Babylon. You have to know who you are. You are a Hebrew Israelite. You are a chosen of God. Your redemption is coming. And your enemies will use all strategies to deceive you. First, they will attack your messengers. And secondly, they will attack the message. Thank you for watching this video.